Hello everyone. I wanted to share some ideas for those people who are scrapbookers that are thinking about project life. The people who do layouts that are kind of, should I do project life? Is it easier for me? Would it make sense to do? Because it took me some time before I really leaped into project life, and once I started doing it, I was like, oh, this is the way to go. I absolutely love it. So when I uploaded the last video, hopefully it did upload, after doing that video, I thought about Vicky, because I know Vicky loves her layouts. She is a true scrapbooker with her layouts. Over the summer, I sent her some things that were geared to project life, because I know she watches a lot of 2Ps videos, and I know they were starting to incorporate some project life cards into their layout. So I said, you know what, I think this would be a good idea for Vicky. And then now she's went and she's been racked some page protectors. She bought some page protectors herself that are geared towards project life, and she's done a few layouts using the project life format. So I thought about her, and I said I wanted to kind of show her how you can incorporate a project life page along with a 12 by 12 scrapbook layout, because I know I've always done layouts. I started doing layouts when I first started scrapbooking, and then I would say maybe after 5 years of scrapbooking, I started getting into cards. And I would say within the last 5 years, that's when I started doing cards. But prior to that, 6 years, I was doing nothing but layouts. I've never really gotten to the altering items and things like that. Layouts was always my thing. And then after me doing project life for like almost a year, when I went to go do a layout, I was like, where the heck do I start? So I said, so this way I won't really lose my mojo too much. I wanted to incorporate 12 by 12 pages sometimes along with my project life format, if that makes sense. So let me share with you, this is week 43 of last year. And it was a week where my son went on a little date with the little girl across the street. They went to go get some rainbow loom. She was shopping for a rainbow loom, little rubber bands. I had to go get some stuff, and then they wanted to get some stuff. So I took them on they had a little date. That's what I called it. And then I took them to McDonald's for lunch, and they had a little lunch at McDonald's. But this is week 43. I used an older Die Cuts with a View paper line for the fall. This was my son's. On our way home, I stopped. There was a someone's home. I don't even know whose house this was. I just know that the scenery was so pretty. So I was like, oh my God, that looks so pretty. Like the leaves was all falling. It was different colors. I said, you know what, we're going to take a picture. So I took a picture, and it really came out so cute. And then this is him and his teacher at the pumpkin fair. And this is his last year at the pumpkin fair. I mean, he can go, but he'll be in middle school next year. So this is his last year in the lower school. So I went ahead and took some pictures, and that's the left side. Now the right hand side, as you see, is my 12 by 12 layout. Really simple, really easy. I did a little bit of layering, nothing too fancy. I mean, I could have put some extra things on there. I could still go and add some things. I was actually wanting to use my lawn fawn die, and at that time I didn't have it. I was waiting for it to be shipped, but I can always go back and add some leaves down here or up here or something like that with the lawn fawn dies. So I could do that, or I could just leave it like it is, which it, is fine for me. But at that time that I did it, I did want to add that. So that is the 12 by 12 layout to match that. So you see that everything coordinates. That paper goes with those papers, and it all looks okay. So now is week 44, and this is the opposite side. So of course I still have that same page protector. What I did was just slide in week 44. So on the back of that, this is my son. This was he was out trick-or-treating, and then they had this cute little sign that said the great pumpkin is coming from Charlie Brown. And my son was a headless boy. I think this was actually his best costume he has ever had. Everywhere we went that night, they was like, oh my God, you had the best costume. You had the best costume of the whole night. I absolutely loved it. in another picture you could kind of see, but right here was his head. It was like cut off, and he had these things like over his shoulder that lifted it up, and then he had to hold his head, which looked like he had actually cut his head off. So it was cute. And then he had like a bloody knife. I had brought him, so it looked like he had the knife, like looked like he had cut his head off. Really cute. So if you look at that page right here, that is left hand side, and then when you go to the right hand side, this is him earlier that week. Oh, forgot to take this, turn this one over. Give me one moment. I didn't have enough little stickies. Plus, it's like a lot of people. And people could be like me. They may not want their children on video. So, this is my right hand side. So, over here, this is us in the store trying to pick out which costume we were going to, you know, use for him. And for this one, he was not feeling the hot dog costume. I just wasn't paying a lot of money for a costume. But right here, this is when he picked out his costume, and I was like, oh, I love it. That suits you. And then this is his candy. And we got this candy, I would say, with not even within the hour. He got all that daggone candy. So we had fun, and I used a few stamps and stamped here, and I embossed it. I embossed it over here, and this is him again at the they have like a little march or whatever, like a parade, and all the kids had their costumes on. So that is my layout for week 44. So that just kind of gives you an idea, showing you how you can incorporate a 12 by 12 layout along with your project life. So if anyone have any questions, please feel free to contact me, and have a nice day. Bye bye.